So my name is Miss Rashandra Woods, and I'm a teacher here at Morningside High School. I teach 10th grade English, and I am old enough to do anything that your parents can do.
Okay. Do you see more teen pregnancies than adults?
Yes, and I actually was just thinking about this yesterday, that I feel like we need to have more health classes on campus to teach the students how to have safe sex or how to abstain, because every year I have at least 2 to 3 students pregnant, and I teach 10th grade. 2 to 3 students each year pregnant, and I just had a student not too long ago reveal to me that she was pregnant.
And who do you feel is affected
the most? What do you mean by who do I feel is affected?
Does it just affect the people who are having the child, or does it affect our community?
Oh yeah, it definitely affects our community. I mean, the younger you are when you have a child, the less education you have, which means the less education you'll pass on to your children. And it makes it harder for you to get an education, because now you have to care for this child. So, if you're a student who you're struggling with your reading and your writing and your math, and you have a child, what are you going to pass down to your child? How are you going to provide for your child? So it definitely is a community issue. Yes.
Was it worse back when you were growing up, or was it
no,
not as common?
When I was in high school, I don't remember a lot of girls and guys having children. I mean, one of my friends when I was in high school, my close friend, she was pregnant her senior year, and she was so ashamed that she hid her pregnancy, and we were like, you're fat, you're gaining weight, and she was like, no, and was pregnant. And then right before we graduated, she went into labor, and everybody was in complete shock. We were like, what? We thought you were pregnant. But that was the only incident that I knew of anyone that was in my class that graduated. But in my family, a couple of my cousins got pregnant when they were in high school. One was 16, the other one was about 17. So it's something that goes on in our community often. But now at Morningside, I see more girls pregnant here than I've ever seen before, in any other in college or in my high school I've ever seen in my life.
And do you feel that media glorifies teen pregnancy?
I think so. I truly think so. I think that it, rather than presenting options of what you can do not to get pregnant as far as abstaining or making sure educating people on what to do, I think rather it shows, okay, now you're pregnant, this is the life of somebody being pregnant, rather than what can you do not to get pregnant. Not to say that having a child is something that should not be glorified. I mean, I think it's a beautiful thing to bring life into the earth. But at the same time, what is the quality of life going to be, more importantly? So yeah, the media definitely does a great job at glorifying pregnancy and not presenting all of the ways to prevent pregnancy at a young age.
What else? Is that it? What do you think is the hardest part about being a teen parent? Or just a parent, period, that you've seen?
I think the hardest part about being a parent, and maybe for a teen parent, is the responsibility, the time. I mean, you have to sacrifice a lot of the things that you want to do in your own personal life, because you need to put this child first, who solely depends on you. And so you need to put them first. You need to not do things that you want to do so that you can dedicate your life to this child.
Okay, that's it. Thank you. Do you have any closing remarks?
I guess my closing remarks would be for any teen or any young parent, and by young parent I mean anybody in their 20s too, before the age of 25, is to I know that we're not always logical in our actions, but bringing a child into this world is a very serious thing. I mean, the quality of life that we have right now in America needs improvement. And the more people we add to society without mending the issues that we have now, gives them a disadvantage. So make sure that you have the quality of life that you would prefer for yourself, that you're comfortable, that you are content and you're happy and you're joyous, so that when you bring this new life into the world, that you can pass on that same happiness and joy and financial stability to that life.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Woods.
No problem. So you're doing what, like a